GPU mining is dead, right? Well, that's what everyone keeps saying. Well, what if I told you there was a coin that your GPU doesn't just solve hashes, it runs an actual AI model as part of the mining process. And as of 2 days ago, they hard forked to make it even more integrated. My guy, Mr. New England Crypto, put me onto this, and I've been down the research rabbit hole ever since. This is Keryx, KRX, and it might be one of the most interesting new GPU coins I've come across. So first, massive shout out to Mr. New England Crypto. Go check out his channel. I got a link for his channel down in the description below. He's a home mining guy, great dude, super, super, super positive. You'll learn a lot from him. If he's excited about something, I'm paying attention. So when he said, "Hey, look at the Keryx project," I read the Bitcoin Talk forum announcement, checked the GitHub, poked around the website, and yeah, I'm intrigued now. Now I want to be upfront with you guys. I have not started mining this yet. I haven't pulled the trigger. This is a first look breakdown because I like to do my homework before I fire up the mining rigs. But what I found, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it. And then at the end of the video, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of in terms of the next steps. So let's talk about what Keryx actually is. Okay, so Keryx, spelled K-E-R-Y-X. The ticker is KRX. Mainnet launched on May 10th, 2026. It is built on a BlockDAG architecture, same as the GhostDAG protocol that powers Kaspa. If you know Kaspa, you already understand the basics. Instead of a single chain, a BlockDAG protocol processes multiple blocks simultaneously, all getting confirmed together. That's how Keryx hits 10 blocks per second. Yes, I just said that. 10 blocks per second. Nearly instant finality. Now, Keryx was originally forked from the original Kaspa coin codebase. The miner itself is a fork of the Rust Kaspa miner. So the foundation is proven. But what they built on top of that foundation is what makes this different from anything else I've looked at. The original mining algorithm called KXhash, it was a modified version of Kaspa's K-heavy hash with some ASIC resistance built in. But here's where it gets interesting. 3 days ago on June 26th, they did a mandatory hard fork that completely replaced the mining algorithm with something called proof of model. And that changes everything about how this coin works. All right, so let me explain what proof of model actually means, because this is the part that got me genuinely excited. After the June 26th hard fork, your GPU no longer solves traditional hashes. Instead, it walks over the actual AI model weights that are loaded into your VRAM and produces what's called a Merkle possession proof. Basically, the network can cryptographically verify that your GPU is actually running the AI model it claims to be running. One GPU equals one tier. Bigger VRAM means a bigger model, which means a higher tier and a bigger potential reward. But mining is only half the story. The other half is what they call OPOI, or Optimistic Proof of Interface. Here's how it works. When someone submits an AI interface request on the Keryx network, like a prompt they want answered, a miner picks it up, runs the interface on their GPU using the loaded model, and publishes the results instantly. The results are stored on IPFS, and a 34-byte commitment goes on-chain. Now, the optimistic part, the network accepts the results immediately, but there is a 1-hour challenge window, 36,000 blocks at 10 blocks per second. If anyone can prove your interface results were wrong, you lose part of your block reward. It gets slashed. If nobody challenges you, the results are final and you keep everything. So your GPU is doing two things simultaneously: mining blocks via proof of model and serving real AI interface requests. And the really wild part, you don't need OpenAI API keys. The chain is the Oracle, decentralized, verifiable AI interface running on home GPUs. Oh, by the way, your RTX 3070, your RTX 3090, I'm going to tell you exactly where those fit in just a second. So stick with me. All right, so let's talk hardware, because this is important. And this is where it gets real for all of us that are GPU miners at home. After the hard fork, Keryx is CUDA only. That means Nvidia cards only. AMD is no longer supported. So if you have an AMD rig, this isn't for you right now. Here's how the tiers break down based on your VRAM. The light flag, that's your GPUs with 8 gigs of VRAM or more. Your RTX 3060s, your 3070s, your 3080s, you run the Gemma 3-4B model and the Dolphin 3.0-8B model. These are uncensored models, No corporate filters, no refusals. That's it. The high flag, that's your 24 gig VRAM cards, your 3090s, your 4090s, your 5090s. They run on the Qwen 3-32B model. Bigger model, higher quality reasoning, and here's the key. Higher tier miners get bigger cuts of the block reward. The tier reward system scales your payouts at 82, 88, 94, or 100%, depending on your tier. So a high tier miner gets up to 100% of the block rewards, while a light tier miner gets 82%, and the difference is burned. That creates real incentive to run bigger hardware. The very high flag, 48 gigs of VRAM or more, that's the RTX 6000 ADA or A6000 territory. You'd run the LLAMA 3.3-70B model. Most home miners aren't going to be in this tier, but it's there. So for my setup specifically, my 3070s would run the light tier and my gaming PC would run the high tier. That's a natural comparison test right there. The 3070s running Gemma and Dolphin. The 3090 running Qwen 3. Different models, different tiers, different rewards. That's exactly the kind of thing I want to document in a follow-up video. Now let me give you the current state of play, and I'm going to be real with you. The price right now is sitting about 0.6 of a mil, or 0.0006 per KRX. Trading volume in the last 24 hours was roughly right around $610. This is micro. It's only listed on one exchange, which is non-KYC.io, and I did verify that for you guys. And there's only one pool I could find, and it's Becall on mine, with a 0.5% fee on the PPLNS. The network hash rate, I couldn't pull a clean number because hashrate.no has the coin flagged as disabled for updates, likely because of the hard fork that just happened. But Bitcoin Talk Thread says circulating supply is roughly 90 million of KRX, with a 6.6 million already burned through transaction fees. That's about 8% of all mined Keryx is destroyed. Every transaction on the network has a minimum of a 0.3 KRX fee, and 100% of those fees are permanently burned. So there's a deflationary pressure built in. Block reward is 5.4 KRX per block. Of that, 75%, about 4.05 KRX goes into the miners immediately. Another 14.4 goes to the escrow, can be claimed after the 1 hour challenge window. 5% goes to the protocol and R&D, and 5.6% is burned. So there's a built-in burn in every single block. Total max supply is roughly right around 9.9 billion KRX with tail emissions. So there's a lot of room to grow, but also a lot of supply. Look, is this a guaranteed win? Absolutely not. The price is micro, the liquidity is almost non-existent, and it just went through a major hard fork 3 days ago. But that's also what early opportunity looks like. I'm not telling you to go dump your savings into KRX. What I'm saying is a GPU coin that's running AI interface on chain with a deflationary burn model and a mining algorithm that literally proves you're running AI models, that's worth paying attention to. So here's where I am at personally. I haven't fired up my rigs yet. I wanted to do research first to get the information out to you guys, and then document the actual mining setup as a follow-up video. So you can watch me through the whole process setup step by step. What I will say is a GPU coin that is Nvidia only, runs uncensored AI models, has a deflationary fee burn, and just hard fork to a mining algorithm that proves your GPU is actually running AI. That hits a lot of boxes for me. This is exactly the kind of early project I like to cover before it gets on everyone's radar. And again, a big shout out to Mr. New England Crypto for putting me onto this one. I wouldn't have found it without him. Go show his channel some love. Links in the description. A follow-up video is coming. I'm going to fire up the rig, walk you through the whole setup, show you the actual hash rates, actual earnings, and see if this thing holds up. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you hit the subscribe and turn on the bell notification and set it to all. If you learned something in today's video, do me a favor, smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and tell me what you guys think. Keryx, have you heard about it? Are you already mining it? What do you guys think? Share this out to anyone in the GPU mining community. This is a project worth watching. And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn the bell notification on, set it to all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace out. See you guys later.